Okay, continuing right along, the realization of how lonely I was, the epiphany that I received after um, the internet went out. I couldn't job hunt. I couldn't redo websites. I couldn't check messages. Couldn't check emails. Couldn't see who added me. Couldn't work on updating the Twitter or, I mean, I couldn't do any of those things. And then it came to the realization, okay, I see that the workforce is not going to happen, which is fine. So it should have been like, yay, well, I have a right not to do anything now. But then it was just like, but shoot, what do I do? I use it for entertainment too, and that is my entertainment, to research and learn and to study. And that's when I realized that, yo, I'm all alone, you know. And not only am I all alone, but I'm lonely. And when you hear me pause, see me pause like that, it's because I'm hearing the mouth, and it's scary. But yeah, so the realization that not only alone, which I never really had too much of a problem with, but I'm lonely. That's what scared me. Not scared me, but that was the epiphany. Like, I really am lonely. I don't have any connection or anybody in my heart that I can, think about. Friends, family, joys as far as, future things to look forward to, like, volunteering. I don't even want to do that stuff because I found out the truth that, I found the truth about it from being on the other side. I know what the truth about all that is. So it's just like Adam and Eve, Garden of Eden. They ate the fruit, they saw good and evil. So I have the knowledge of good and evil, and I've seen it. I've seen more of it than I ever thought I would have. And I'm sure that even with the little bit that I've seen, that's very little. It's just scratching the surface. So I guess I ought to be thankful that I got that little bit of education to it. But I mean, I'm still a good girl. What's a good girl to do? Like in a world like this. And I saw this documentary on prison and how they had this young boy, and it was like, what do like introverts? How do introverts survive in prison? And I don't know. I feel like this whole world is kind of like a prison as far as the ideologies and things that are out there. And how do people that are analytical and thoughtful and humane relate, in this world, how do they thrive? And then I saw there was a guy that I liked, because I looked up introvert and his name appeared a long time ago. And he had this video on social anxiety. And to me, it was so sad because in the video, the behaviors he listed was, have you ever, been in a picture with somebody and you were scared to put your hand on their shoulder? To me, all that stuff that he was talking about, that's not social anxiety. Those are conscientious people. When I was growing up in the 60s and 70s, conscientiousness was a good thing. You don't just go invading people's space. You know, today they encourage you to invade people's space. But you don't invade people's space. You ask permission. If you don't have that type of relationship where you don't feel comfortable putting your arm around somebody, it's because you haven't developed that relationship. It's not because it was a social anxiety. It's because you haven't developed that relationship with them yet. Your heart is telling you that you want to be close to them, but reality, you are not that close. You know what I'm saying? You haven't built a strong enough relationship for that friendship or whatever. So that bothers me too. All that nonsense they're putting out there, and then these people with popular channels are actually preaching that, and then people are picking at trivial things on topics that matter. I mean, it's really sad, y'all, for real. But so that's it. My allergies are coming back.